Hi you guys. Today I'm going to show you how I make these little flowers. Okay, I have some pink ones and then I have some purplish blue ones. Now the pink ones are made on book paper like this. I get my books from the Dollar Tree. They're $1. And these purple and blue ones are made on Bible pages. And I get my Bibles at the Dollar Tree as well. The writing is very, very tiny. Now, I want to clear up a couple of things about writing on the Bible and what I believe. Some people may think that doing crafts or art on a Bible and tearing the pages out would be considered desecration of the Bible. And I don't believe that that is desecration because I'm not doing it in hate. I'm doing it in love of God's Word. The Bible is simply a physical object. And the Bible is eventually going to wear out. The binding will crack, the pages will tear, and the cover is going to fall off. And there's nothing irrelevant about throwing out an old Bible and buying new ones. Okay? It's just a book. God is the only one we should be revering. If a man tears out a page of the Bible, say to slip a bit of encouragement to maybe a prisoner in jail, he hasn't desecrated any sacred ground. Motivation is what matters. If we were to, or if I was to tear up the Bible as a way of publicly displaying my hatred of God, then I would get the message and response of towards me accordingly. God looks at our heart. And I am within the bounds of honoring God in my heart. And there are many acceptable ways to interact with the Bible. And I believe that this is an acceptable way to interact with the Bible. This is my way of sharing God's written word with others. So before, and I know from the group of people that follow me here on Facebook and on YouTube, I won't get any hateful comments. But if you were questioning me using Bible pages and the Bible to use in art projects and crafting, I just wanted to share that with you. For me, God isn't a book. God lives in my heart and He speaks to me through my heart, not through the words printed on paper in a book. So I hope that helps you understand where I'm coming from using the Bible in my art. This is how I share my heart with others through the Word of God. Okay? So I just wanted to get that out before I continue. Okay, so these are the ones that were created with the Bible pages. These are book pages. I like them both very much. The book pages are a little bit more sturdy. When you make these, you want a very thin, delicate paper. You wouldn't be able to do this. I don't even think you would be able to get this same effect if you use just straight up copier paper, because the paper just isn't delicate enough. Now the Bible paper is very, very thin and fragile, but I've made it a little bit stiffer by spraying it. And when I say spray, I make my own sprays. I've used up all of my pink spray that you guys have seen me use in the past. And what I use is metallic acrylic paints that I get at the craft stores. This is the one that I just mixed, the purple. I guess I don't need to hold it that way since I can reverse. It's the purple. And I put about a teaspoon in this sprayer bottle. I got these at Hobby Lobby. You get 2 for $1.99, which I know isn't very cost effective, but that's what I've got for now. So I have 2. I can only mix 2 colors at a time. So this time I chose the purple. And I just put about a teaspoon of paint. I just squeeze it in the bottle, and then I fill it up about 3/4 of the way. When I initially do it, I put warmer water in it because I think it mixes well. Now, each time you use it, you've got to mix it really, shake it up really well, because all of the metallic sits at the bottom. So each time I go to spray this, I shake it really well to get that completely mixed up. I haven't had any problems with these bottles clogging whatsoever. They spray the very, very last drop out of the bottom of this bottle. So I'm very happy with the way that these work. So that's how I get my misting spray. They're not really, really incredibly shiny. They're just not. You know, if I added more paint to them, they probably would be, but that's okay. I don't need them to be shiny. I like the results that I'm getting with it, and you probably can't see, but they do have some glimmer on it. You can see the metallic sitting on top of this paper. Now for the Bible sheets, I went ahead and I sprayed the paint. I mixed pink and this blue. When I sprayed it, I sprayed some pink and then I sprayed blue over the top of it. I didn't have to do both sides because it kind of just bled through to the other side. And I sat it out to dry, you know, for maybe 10-15 minutes. And then I got my heat gun. I kind of crinkled it up as I dried it to get it a little bit crinkly, because I like it to be crinkly. And then I took this punch. This is a Paper Studio punch. I got it at Hobby Lobby when all their punches were half off. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it. I think they were normally $5.99, so I paid $3. You are going to need this punch if you're going to do smaller, unless you want to cut this out, which I wouldn't want to do. But if you know you want to do that, then, and you want these smaller ones. Now, if you want to cut bigger ones out, or you have a die cut machine that will cut these smaller ones out, I don't think that you can do this on a Cricut, this finer paper. I've not tried it. You can try it, but for $3, I think it's worth it, because if you buy a package of these flowers, this would be $2.50 for this many flowers if you got it half off. If you paid normal price, it's $4.99. Now, the flowers that I make are probably more like this. These ones are a little bit smaller, probably half. But these are $3.99. You get 16 micro roses for $3.99. Half off would be $2 for these. So these are probably more comparable with these. Of course, these are smaller, but more comparable than those other ones, because these to me look more like roses. But anyways, this is the punch that I used. So I would say if you want to make this size, you are going to need this punch. There is a smaller punch like this, and I do have it. But for me, it's just too small. I mean, I would probably give it a try, but I don't know that I would want to make them any smaller, because this is pretty tedious work for me anyways. I might give it a try sometime, but this is the size that I used anyways. Okay, so if you want to pick one of these punches up, this is the one that you need to get for this. You can use any one you want, but if you want to do them just like this, this is the one that I used. Okay, so Bible paper, sprayed and dried, and then I cut my shapes out. I just simply turn it over, put it in, and cut. Cut them all up. It's kind of fun. I like it. Relaxing. Not even in frame. I always forget when I'm zoomed in. Okay, so that's how I did it. This took 2 sheets, 2 Bible pages like this to get this many. Okay, so I have a pink one, and then I have a blue one.
2 blues.
Okay, and then for the book page sheet, what I did is I cut out my flowers first, and I'm going to actually do this one for you. So I cut them out. See, it's a little bit thicker of a paper, so, and I cut all of them out. I don't care if it has writing on it or not. I just go through, cut them all. This is probably going to get boring. The faster you punch it, the more they pop. It's like popcorn.
Pop, pop, pop.
And then I just get my scissors. Thank goodness I always have more than one pair of scissors, you know. So that's one of those items that you never quite know where you've set it. And if your desk is a mess like mine is right now. Sorry, I'm out of frame again. Just cutting those edges off so I can get to the next. In frame. My helpers need to tell me when I'm not in frame anymore.
Yeah, good idea. Wait, that's your helpers now? That's kind of awkward. This is her helpers.
So this doesn't take very long at all. Just cut those off. Remember, books at the Dollar Tree are only $1. They're probably novels that weren't very good to begin with. I don't read them. I used to be a big book reader, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, but you used to read us books now.
I read you books now, yes, but the books that I read you are fun kid books, not boring adult books. I don't know, I just don't enjoy reading that much anymore. I went through a stage. That stage ended. Okay, so we're almost there. You can get books at the thrift stores too, but I think you pay more than $1.
And this gets a little boring. No, sorry.
And I guess if you wanted to use antique books, now you could do it just like this, but I like to make my books crinkly. So this is just a soup bowl. It's plastic. It's a microwavable soup. So I'm just going to, actually, I'm going to do it on paper towels. I'm going to lay this out. Put my little flowers, because then if I do it in the soup bowl, they stick to the sides too bad. I've done it both ways, but so I'm just going to lay these little guys out. Try to get it close to one layer, but I'm not going to be real super picky about it. Let me go out just a hair so you can see. Let me get some wax paper.
And you're taking your desk. Sorry.
Give this a shake to get all that metallic mixed in. and they will kind of go all over. I usually do this on the table. On the school table, I made a canvas paint drop cloth tablecloth, and it's really cool because I can just like put anything on it and mist it, and it's really given our tablecloth a lot of character. Okay. You guys are watching my struggles now. Let's just fold it up like a burrito.
A taco.
So they don't fly away.
Is one away.
Just kind of mix them up in there. Okay, so they're pretty soupy now. They're pretty wet. I think I got all the flyaways. I'm just going to give them a little shot with the heat gun. Once they start to want to fly away, they start to get a little bit dry, I put them in the bowl. They shouldn't stick together because there's more water on this than there is paint. So the bowl just helps contain them a little bit more. Not all the way, because they're still going to fly. Kind of break them up a little bit. Be careful because this heat gun gets really hot. That's why it's good to use a microwave safe. Sorry, that's why it's good to use a microwave. Okay, they're almost done. I can start to smell. Oh, my bowl's burning a little bit. If you start to smell anything melting, then that means that it's getting too hot. Just be really careful, because even this bowl is getting really hot. These guns get hot, man. I think we're pretty dry. Might have lost some of my flowers to melting plastic. One. It's amazing how hot these heat guns get. Okay, so be careful. That one's got some. Once I painted these with, I think I diluted the paint a little bit, and I used some acrylic paint and painted the petals, and that got a little tedious, so they were really pretty. I wish I had one left to show you, but I think I used them all. I'll insert a picture at the end of the video, but they turned out really pretty. I'm looking to see if I have any of them left. I like making my own. If you guys have noticed, I don't use a whole lot of store-bought. I hardly ever use store-bought stickers on my stuff. On a rare occasion I will. But I like to make, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any left. They were made pretty much like this. I think I used my round 1-inch circle hole punch. And I've learned to make these from people. You know how they take the circle and they crunch it all up and then they unfold it. And that's how I made those. And I get really frustrated with unwrapping with unwrapping those pieces of paper. That's why I haven't made any more of those. They came out really good, but I just didn't have the patience for that. So you're going to see that these go much, much faster. I think I'm going to do this on a black piece of cardstock just so that you guys can see what I'm doing better. So see, these aren't really, really dark purple, but I like it that way. But if you wanted it darker, then just go ahead and paint it. Okay, so this is what we got. I'm just giving them a little crunch together. Get a little bit more dimension in them. And okay, so here's our petals. I'm using just a plain old Elmer's washable school glue pen. And you're going to need a toothpick, which I don't know where my toothpick went. It seems like I have a lot of extra hands in my area today. And use whatever side. There's a little bit of ink on each side. Now, if you want these darker, then just add more spray to it. Spray them a couple. I could put this, down and spray them again, but I kind of like the splotchiness of the spray. Okay, so here we go. This is how I build them. I put 5 petals. You can do 4 or 5 petals. I like 5 petals together. Makes it a little bit fuller. But if you want to put 4, you put 4. I don't even care if there's text on all of them. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll hold my toothpick right in the middle over the top of the glue. Okay, and then I'm going to just scrunch it. I'm going to try not to grab that bottom one so that it stays flat, but the ones on top, I'm going to just scrunch it up. And we're done. I'm going to put it to the side. Okay, next one. Put a dab of glue. Petal. Dab of glue. Petal. Dab of glue. Number 4. And this will be number 5. Okay, then I'm going to take it, fluff it up, trying not to catch that bottom one. If I do, that's okay. I can straighten it out when I'm done crunching these up. Okay, done. I don't like this toothpick because it's bent on the bottom. So I'm going to flip it over. Glue. Petal. Glue. Petal. Oops. One's not straight. Which really doesn't matter, but the OCD comes out in me once in a bit. Petal. That's 3, I think. No, that's 4. This is 5. It doesn't matter if you put more of one, less of one. Doesn't matter. Okay, crunch up. I caught my bottom one a little bit. That's okay. Sometimes they're a little bit more stubborn. And there we go. Plop it down on my paper. Get another one. 2. I'm going to do this so that you guys can see just how fast. I know it's repetitive and it might be a little boring, but I want you to see just how many of these you can make. I'm going to do this whole sheet of book page so you can see how fast these are to make. I don't want you to be deterred by, oh, that just takes too much of my time. That's 4. It's easier to just go to the store and buy some little flowers. I want you to be able to see that it really doesn't take that much time, especially for us that live far away from a store. If I was in a pinch and I needed to get a project done and I didn't have any flowers, I could definitely whip some of these up rather quickly. Okay, glue. I try to stay with the same hands, but I seem to always switch on myself. 2. 3. 4. 5. Put some music on in the background, put a YouTube video on. Yep, that one's put some burnt plastic on it. I could cut that part out of the video, but I like to see that, I like you guys to see that I make so many mistakes too. 3. 4. I don't always know what I'm doing. Sometimes, you know, a lot of times I make videos and when I come up with ideas, I practice them before I put them on tape. And, just so that I don't look like a real big fool. But not everything goes perfect. I've used that bolting technique before and not had it melt on me like that, but things happen. So I just wasn't being careful enough. I guess I was just trying to get them dry faster, and you just can't rush the process. You have to take your time. 3. 4. 5. Give it a scrunch up. Doesn't come off. I must have got glue on my cardstock. Okay. You just gotta keep going. Am I still in frame? Yeah, I got that somewhere. Oops, switched hands again. One. 2. I want to try to make these bigger. See what they look like. Most everything I make anymore is small. Like all my projects are on smaller proportioned. So I don't really have the need to make bigger items, but I often wonder what it would look like in a bigger scale. So I might have to try it bigger. I like little things. I like these little flowers. This glue is perfect for this. I don't have any of those small nozzled glue bottles. So this works out just perfect. I don't even remember where I got these. I think I got them at Walmart. I was shopping for glue and I saw these and I thought, oh, those might be cool little pins for the girls to use. But I gave one to Brooke yesterday and she like used the whole tube in a matter of 30 minutes. So it's like, well, I don't think I'm going to give them those if they're going to go through the whole pen that quickly. Isn't it amazing how fast kids go through glue? Scrunch it up. So see, our pile's getting smaller. Talk to you guys like you're right here with me. I should say my pile's getting smaller. While you're doing this with me. Maybe we should do a live YouTube. Maybe once I get bigger I'll be able to do that. That would be fun. Do a project. You guys could gather up all of your stuff and we could pretend like we're in one big room together crafting. I don't ever have adult crafting buddies with me. That's 3. Could be 4. I wasn't counting. My luck, I'd set it up and I'd be the only one here still, so that's something you guys would like to do. Let me know below. Maybe in the future. I'm still small potatoes here on the old YouTubes. Which is fine. I'm trying to get people aware. It's hard. There's so many YouTube channels out there. Good YouTube channels too. I don't really know how to get the word out, you know. I don't know how to market yourself. You guys have any suggestions? Three, 4, 5. Are you bored to tears yet?
Are you talking to me?
Yep, I'm talking to them. I know you're bored to tears. You're always bored to tears.
If you make it too long. Well, you done that, and I just got this done. Fast as a zipper. Fast. For my video. Tell my video. Tell my
One of my hairs now. Before I had a bunch of cat hair. I think the cat must have been snooping around on my desk last night. Okay, we're getting down to the bottom of the pile. One. And you will get faster the more of these you make, just like anything else. The more you make, the better you get at it. Faster you get. How many was that? This is 5. Scrunch. One. Two. You could go check Toffee's water.
I did.
4. This one's going to be a little fuzzy. If you get it all smushed up in your bottom one, kind of got smushed up, you can fix it. Just fan it back out. Don't give up on it. It'll look good. Two. 3. 4. Last one.
Oof.
5. Okay.
I'm ready.
And then I do have 5 of these Bible pages left that I saved just to show you that they go together the same. And cat hair. He's shedding because it's changing seasons. He sheds all the time, but it's worse right now. So there's 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. One of the book pages left. So let's move the Bible pages over here. And these are the ones that I just did with the purple book pages. Okay. This pile. So do you guys think, is that worth the time I don't know, you tell me. I would have to look at the camera to see how much time we actually spent. I actually spent coloring, punching, assembling these. I think it's worth it just because I like to make things myself. So to me it's worth it. You could put a little gem in the center. Oh, my nose. I have allergies and they just will not quit running. My nose will not stop. Trying to find a pair of tweezers, put glue, but these gems seem to be pretty sticky. I don't know what's going on with the Paper Studios gems. They haven't impressed me lately. These ones are old. I've had these forever. I think I just pulled the sticky off of that one. Some of them you're going to have to fiddle with to get them down in there. Yeah, these are old. I just keep pulling the backing off of them. Personally, I would probably put a dab of glue down there, but for time's sake. Okay, so see how cute those are when you add that? Trying to get it into the... Aren't they so cute? You guys like these? Are you gonna make them? I think you should. Show me pictures on my community Facebook page. It's called Faith Unedited. Links in the description. Please give my page a subscription and a like. Share this if you want your friends to try this. And as usual, we want you to have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And
God bless.
God bless. Bye, everybody.